Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door. I'm Methodical Destruction, and today we will be continuing by going inside of Hooktail Castle. So, I didn't explain it in the last video, but you actually need to come up here and use this plane pad in order to cross the gap. That's basically the point of the gap there, so that you use plane mode. And once we enter Hooktail Castle, we will actually be greeted by a new kind of enemy. So, let's switch to Goombella, why don't we? And then we just need to jump on this guy, and, or get struck by him, whatever works. And get hit. And so anyway, this is a new kind of enemy. This is a Koopa. And like a like a regular Koopa, these Koopas basically have a hard shell that you need to flip them back on, so that you can damage their soft underside. So, basically, Goomba's explaining, they're basically like a regular Koopa. However, they are a bit more annoying. The one annoying thing is that, as you will see in a second, when you jump on one, you actually don't do damage on the second jump, so it takes a bit longer to kill them, and why can I not dodge these guys? There we go. So yeah, it does take a bit longer to kill them, so keep that in mind. But, overall, they're actually not too bad to deal with. And we'll jump on this guy now. Basically, my goal is to keep them all down so that we don't have to get attacked, which saves us a bit more time. Alright, very good. Well, let's jump on this guy here. And then the third one back there should get up. Uh-oh. Let's be ready to dodge. Oh, it actually hit him! Nice! Alright, that's cool. Alright, we got him. And, let's get this guy, I suppose. Would be the best option, as we have it now. And, now that guy, as you can see, is dizzy, and basically when he's dizzy, his attacks will miss. But he has no opportunity to attack because we have just murdered him. Wasn't that nice of us? Let's get this guy. Very good. And now we just have this last... Oh boy, again. Oh my god, wow. Oh, too bad he wasn't down, but... Wow, this has really gone in my favor so far, so... Yep, that's Koopa. We just took care of him. So I'm going to be cutting out the battles from here on, so... Yes, that is swell. One thing I neglected to mention in the last part was that I actually stored some of my items back at Petalburg because I didn't really have room for them. Because I think you all remember I had to throw out a mushroom. Oh, there's nothing up here. I just wanted to be sure. So, yep, I had to do that, and that was nice, and so, yeah. Alright, took care of that guy, no problem. Got a courage shell. And here we have a badge, which is Power Bounce. And I won't lie, Power Bounce is probably one of the most overpowered badges in the entire game. Let's get rid of these two so we can have Happy Heart. And, yeah, that's really, it's a useful badge, as I will demonstrate soon enough. Not right away. Is there any more enemies in here? No, there's not. Fantastic. So basically, we want to switch to Coops here and get into this next cutscene. So yeah, I like that little reference to the original Paper Mario. Basically, Colorado was a Koopa archaeologist in the original game, and this is apparently his father, which is a little morbid, but anyway. So the pile of bones Coops was talking about was that red pile of bones there. And we will actually be fighting it in just a moment. So let's talk to it, I guess. You shall not pass. Sorry, I couldn't help but include that little Lord of the Rings reference in there. But anyway, basically, you have to hammer through these Koopas to the red Koopa, but I'm just going to kind of mess around for a second. And I really like this effect. It's like, the amount of enemies they're able to fit on screen was really cool at the time they did this, and it's just a nice little effect. So anyway, what you have to do is, once you approach the Koopa, just touch him. You can't get a first strike on him, so no point in doing that, and then you have to fight him. And we have two new kinds of enemies in this battle, actually. The first kind to talk about is the red bones. And red bones aren't that common, actually. This is, believe it or not, a regular enemy because you encounter two of these for the entire game. And they are actually a little bit of a challenge right now. The second time you fight them isn't till much, much later, and by that point you should really have no problem taking care of it. But anyway, we actually have to hammer this dull bones here, which we will tattle on in a moment, because we cannot reach the red bones. And they will throw their bones at us, which is... it hurts a lot. Oh boy. I think I'm dead. Oh, that was a good save. Okay, let's, okay, first let's switch positions, and, as Mario, do we want to use a power block? No, actually, let's do this. We'll go Goomba, and we will tattle on the dull bones. There we go. And basically, dull bones is like red bones, but it's quite a bit weaker. It only has 1 HP, which is pathetic, really. So one hammer or one Coops shell attack should take care of it very effectively. And now we are going to use a POW block, even though Goomba might die, but hopefully she won't. So that will take care of all the enemies on screen. Except for red bones. And he's actually rebuilding another dry bones, which actually works out well for us. That's not too bad. So what we want to do is here, we will swap Goomba for Coops. And as Mario, we will hammer this first dull bones there. They do resemble dry bones quite a bit, though. I mean, just looking at their overall design, the way they can be crushed and reincarnate, it's the same thing, and oh, very nice, okay. And let's attack it with our Shell Toss, which I don't think I've showed off yet. Basically like Power Shell, just a little bit weaker and only hits one enemy, which is obvious. It's basically like the hammer, but with a different action plan, so it's not too hard to pull off once you get used to it. And wow, I can't believe I super guarded him twice. Okay. And this should take care of him. Very nice. And we do some very stylish shell spinning. Got some good star points. And all the Koopas run off, which is very cool. And I think there's another Koopa in this room, so yeah, we'll have to fight him. Alright, took care of that guy. Now, what we have here is a shine. And before that dull bones decides to attack me, basically, a shine can be used to level up your partner when you have 3 of them, and you will want to collect as many of these as you can, so I just thought I would mention that. Alrighty, got that dull bones out of the way, and I don't think there's any more in this room. But what we do have here is our very first puzzle of Hooktail Castle. Now, here's what you want to do. First, pull down this purple block, and what we want to do, actually, is hold Coops in place there, because we are going after a little secret. And actually, it took me a couple playthroughs to even think to do this, but it's pretty obvious in hindsight. Basically, you want to float up on that purple block, and you get a star piece for your efforts. But we'll have to bring the purple block down again, so just keep that in mind. And now what we want to do is, we'll have Coops held out here for a specific reason. Jump on the purple block and go across, hammer this, get on top, and let Coops go. And if we can make this jump in one try, yes we can, we get a star piece. I missed that one a lot, actually. I don't know why. It's not that hard to make, really. bring that down again. Actually, wait, no, we want to have that up, sorry. Let's quickly hit it. Oh. Alright. And basically what we want to do is we want to hit that switch, and when we hit the switch, it causes the stairs to flip over to the other side in a very interesting effect. And now we climb up the stairs, and we can use Coops to grab the key here. Excuse me. And this key will allow us to exit this room here, because you might have seen that there was a lock on the door. Alright, and we use the key, and we can go through the door now. And there's no enemies in this room, but there is a save block, so use that if you need to. Now, we could go up on this green block here, but we actually want to go into this door first to get a specific item that will help us. Actually, let's get rid of this Goomba. You know you're having an off day when you call a Koopa a Goomba, but let's get rid of this dull bones. Alright, I believe that's all the enemies for this room, so now we have another little puzzle. Basically, when you hit the switch, that door opens up there, but it is impossible to run to the door without using Coops. So you just hold a shell in place, let go, and then you can enter the door. But you're locked in, and there is no way out, so we'll have to find another way out. And actually, there's a black chest here. The last one cursed us, so maybe we should ask him if he's evil like the other one. So I guess for the time being, we'll have to trust this chest because there's not much else we can do. And basically, we are in this room with spotted floor for some reason. And this cracked wall here, as you might be able to guess, can be bombed. But we will need another partner to get that, which we will have in the future. But all you can do is get this chest, and when you open it, you get the black key. This is probably one of the more disturbing things in a Mario game, but basically, if you do not make it out in time, Mario's papery little body will be crushed by the spikes from above. So try to get out as fast as you can. As you can see, I already know the solution to the maze, so it takes me no time at all now. And we're actually going to wait around a little bit so you can see what the spikes look like, because eventually, if you take long enough, the spikes will start to obscure the screen, and then you can't see. So as you can see, they are coming down, and it's around the 15-second mark that you start to not be able to see stuff. But let's get out of here. No point in sticking around. And now we can open up this chest here. So basically, when you press and hold R, you will turn thin like a piece of paper, even though you already are like a piece of paper. Yes. And, yeah, that's just that, I guess, so we're cursed. Whatever. But now that we are here, we actually want to get this badge here because, as Colorado's father explained, there's an item that you need to defeat Hooktail, and the item that we just picked up is the item. I'm not going to explain what it is because I want to make it a surprise for later. But anyway, I think I'm going to call it for this episode, even though it will be a little bit short with editing. So I thank you for watching. I'm Methodical Destruction. Subscribe if you would like to see more, and see you all later.